Okay, so now let's take care about the text that's on that clock face here. To do this, we say create text, go to the options box, and the text that we want to type in is in capital letters ROLEX. And we will take the font that I mentioned in the first video, the Baskerville old face. Yeah, that's not exactly the font because I think this is a logo font, but yeah, it comes close to that. Okay, so and then set it to polygons here, and set the count here, set it to quads, and to count, and I've got the count here on 1,000. So let's create that and check it out from the perspective view. So there's our font. So now let me check out the outliner here, down here, and let's take those curves, which are created as well, and the polygon geometry, and then hit Ctrl G to group those. And then with that group selected, center the pivot, and then let's rotate that guy -90 degrees in X. And then let's bring it to the plane here as well. So bring it to the center of the grid, and I want to bring it right there. Hit X on my keyboard. Okay, and now let's go to the top view, and let's bring this into position. And there you will see that this is not the exact same font. Oops, we can't do that. Zoom in on that, and then we have to scale that guy in. Somewhere about here. So yeah, let's bring it somewhere here. Then we might want to scale it out a tiny bit. And then scale it in Z as well. Something like this, yeah. It's not perfect, but yeah, it comes close. Okay, so now we get the ROLEX text done here. And now let's take care about the oyster perpetual. And for this one, yeah, let's create another text. Go to the create and text tool options box, and then say in capital letters again, oyster perpetual. And this time we are using the another font. I think I used the Adobe Garamond Pro Bold. Let's try this one here. I mean, you can take whatever font you want. Say OK, and then let's hit apply, and let's see how that looks from the perspective view. Okay, so now again let's go to the outliner, and let's select the created curves and the polygon geometry, and then hit Ctrl G to group that, center the pivot of the group, rotate that guy -90 degrees in X, and then again let's first we can scale that down, and then let's go to the top view, and then move it and hold on X to snap it to the grid, somewhere about there. And what I see, or let me check that out first. I think we could have used not the bold font. Could have used the regular one. Okay, so yeah, this is a little bit too bold. So yeah, let me delete that, and then I will go in and create the same with the Garamond, the standard one. So let me pause the video and I'll be back in a second. So I corrected the font. I took the Adobe Garamond Pro, not the bold one, to create that, and yeah, it comes close to what you see in the background. Right? It's not perfect, but yeah, it works out. So and for the so we need the same font here. So I can see this down here where it says Cosmograph. So let's create that. Go to text again, and now we type in capital letters Cosmograph, Adobe Garamond Pro, polygons, and so on and so forth. Hit apply. Let's go to the perspective view and check that out. It's looking alright. So again, let's go to the outliner here and let's select the curves and the geometry. Hit Ctrl G to group. Center the pivot. Rotate that guy negative 90 degrees and X. And then let's bring it into position. So let me switch to the quad view here. And then hold down X and bring it to the center of the grid. And Y. And let's move it here to the center somewhere. Let's go to the top view and tweak that. So now we have to scale that guy. Scaling it down, down and down. And move it up. And scale it down a bit more. And move it somewhere into position. So move it here. Yeah. So let's scale that in a little bit. Yeah, it's not perfect again, but it should work out in the end. Okay, so if somebody's out there who knows exactly what fonts are used here on that watch, it would be cool if you sent me a message via YouTube or on my email address. So I was looking for that font, and I tested out what the font.com and stuff like that, but I couldn't find it out perfectly, right? So for this text here, superlative chronometer and officially certified, I think I will take the micro grammar extended font for that. So yeah, again, it's the same process what I'm doing here. So let me pause the video again. I'll be back when I've created the text. Alright, so here I'm back with those with that text created here. So let me hide that reference image so that you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it works in the end. So let me zoom out. And what we do now is let's go to Hypershade. Got a button here. Let it load up here. Takes a second. And now let's create a Maya surface shader. So go here to the Maya shaders and create a surface shader. And with that surface shader selected, let's double click on that. Let's check that out. So it's black. That's perfect. So let's select all of our objects here. And right click and say assign existing material, and then assign that surface shader. And now we have that black surface shader assigned. Yeah, we will let me take a look at that. So if I show up the reference image, so we still have two text types here, the red Daytona stuff and the Swiss made. That's what we're going to do in Photoshop in the next video. And yeah, what we will do in the next video as well is creating a camera, and then create the main part here of that geometry. We created texture from that here in Maya. So let me pause the video and I'll be back in the next one.